Surprise, chat. You've been in the video the entire time. Everything has proceeded according to my design. It's the video apparently literally nobody asked for. Because while you can't see the Discord, I am alone. Because everybody said, ADK, start without me. So we're starting without them. Mostly because I don't want to sit on my ass for too long. Dear YouTube man, if this comes up in the future, I can say ass, right? That's not a problem? Anyway, hello. Welcome to Fail Portrayal, kind of. So, the Fool season is over. But, for April Fools, we did do another Can Lucky Guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Card stream. That went very well. You seem to have liked it, audience, wherever you are now. And that is technically in the Fail Portrayal playlist. The first time we did that was technically to sub in for a Fail Portrayal as well, so, you know, it's part of a whole thing. And I was very impressed by the general vibes of the Yu-Gi tubing community to do lots of funny videos for April Fools as well. So I even suggested, like, last time to some of the guys, which was, I think, literally just, like, a last-minute Loth who may have been listening on his phone, and Axe, who was also super tired, much like myself, who was super tired from allergies. But I'm following through. It's Pokemon. We've done a couple of these before, you know, we've done some weird tie-ins for stuff. We did a Magic episode that I think was pretty cool. Unfortunately, Dallas is super busy, so I cannot rely on him to do the Magic part too. So we're going to do a Pokemon-themed one.
Pokemon, yay!
Holy shit, Loth's here. I thought I
just
would be
finished
alone forever.
the eggs.
Good for you. I'm glad that
Sorry.
you feel well enough to sit at your computer at least and join me here.
Well, I'm looking forward to how many Charizards there are, and from what I heard from a different video, how many Gengars there are, because apparently the guy who is in charge of the Pokemon cards loves Gengar.
Okay, so yeah, let's describe what we're doing here since Loth's here. So, since there was no external person, unlike the Magic episode, to pull me through this, I basically had to collate some stuff myself, chat.
Yep.
And so I admit most of what you're about to see is going to be my subjective opinion on top of the opinion of people on the internet, such as on new.reddit.com, because new Reddit sucks ass, and I'm not afraid to say it. But basically, I Googled suggestions of what cards people thought had really bad art and what art people thought was really good. I then looked at those arts and said, yeah, I think that looks cool, or I was like, yeah, nah, that sucks ass, and built a little list. I've got about 24 of each, with some other honorable mentions. I will also, as the night goes on, obviously be taking suggestions from y'all. But, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. There's a lot of Gengars in the bad list, some of which I filtered out still as well, but you will be surprised how many Pokemon keep showing up in the bad and good lists. I will say overall, aesthetically, the Pokemon trading card game is very interesting. I do have a little bit of history with Pokemon. Like every child born in the 90s, I was a huge Pokemon kid. I played them, I don't know if I would say religiously, but as thoroughly as I could as a small child, as people will mock me for my inability to beat the Elite Four at age 10 on the internet by telling me how easy it is.
And then they tell you that Mew is underneath a truck somewhere.
Yeah, that too. That's okay. I understand that old school Pokemon games, in fact, were harder and more bullshit, and people probably just edited those parts out of their brain. I literally still hear people complain about that, like, they're upset that the Heart Gold Soul Silver has a bad leveling curve, and I kind of agree, because I think that was my first Pokemon game was Gold, and I've realized playing it back that, like, yeah, no, leveling Pokemon is tough in that game. I wish for better tools to level Pokemon faster, because I don't want to play challenge modes. Go ahead.
technically the first Pokemon game I played was, I think, Pokemon Silver on fucking a Singapore Airlines plane in 2004 because they had Pokemon Emerald, not Emerald, Silver on the little TV screens.
Yeah, so I've played Pokemon. I started with Gold, but went back because all my friends had multiple copies of the earlier games. So I played Red, Blue, and Yellow. Played the Ruby Sapphire generation. I went all the way up to Black and White 1, and then I fell off. I think that may have been exactly when they did the switch to 3DS, which I never could afford the time to buy a separate 3DS. Thanks, generations of Nintendo technology.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been out of the Pokemon loop for literally years until it came to the Switch, which is why it's always super funny to me that people bitch and moan about Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, and I'm just like, yeah, for somebody who hasn't played Pokemon in like 10 years, those games are fine. I had fun. And I also feel like as a busy adult with many adult things to do, or however the Cards Against Humanity card goes, I generally found that for my personal tastes, Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet were very friendly to my time. They were not like huge time sinks that were really annoying to get through. Obviously, like, there are going to be some people who are going to be obsessed with some of the like more flashy exclusive stuff, like doing some of the like weird, raids to get lots of different generations of legendaries or starters, which is a cool concept, but I've never felt super driven to get involved in. Or however the fuck like shiny hunting is, randomizing or flipping for shinies or like egg hatching for shinies and shit is another kind of insanity that I have never and probably will never partake in. It sounds, from what I've seen of people do it, like it'll just break your fucking brain.
Yeah, for the best. I think, was it Sakura Miko of Hololive was in the thousands before she got her pink Wei Coco.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, if you want to just buckle down and do that kind of time, go for it. But I have other games I can mindlessly buckle my time on.
There was also a period of time in Hololive where the joke was, oh, Fubuki's here, but she's off to the side trying to catch a golden Magikarp.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I have a pretty decent history with Pokemon, and obviously that means that I played the card game as a kid. I don't remember because I was young and was not paying attention to sets. Also, I feel like Pokemon trading card game sets were like a little loosey-gooseier sometimes than like, I feel like since I've been, even when I remember paying attention to Yu-Gi-Oh!, I could very clearly identify Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets in my brain and remember them. Like, I vaguely remember, like, what we call base set, earliest Pokemon trading card game stuff. Then there was the jungle and the fossil sets with, like, the little icons. And I remember some of the early e-reader sets. Hey, remember that gimmick, chat? E-reader cards, which were integrated into Pokemon cards sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, I feel like when I see ads on, like, YouTube or something, Pokemon sets are very clearly identified. They are, like, subtitled by the game generation we're aiming to imitate, and then some other subtitle. Like, I don't remember what some of the Scarlet and Violet ones are called, but I can, like, picture the ads in my mind. Pokemon trading card game, Scarlet and Violet, and then the subtitle is, like, Blue Jeju, or, like, Future Past, Past Future. But they're a lot clearer now, so it just, as a kid, I just kind of, like, acquired Pokemon cards and played them. So I know a little bit about the mechanics. There's going to be some stuff that I'm not going to know with some of these newer cards. I do have very fond memories of the Pokemon trading card game, Game Boy game. That was pretty cool. And I know that they've made some simulators, but that one was very fun to me. If you've never actually looked at the TCG, if you're clicking on this either because you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Head who's expecting our normal fail portrayal, or you just play, like, the normal Pokemon games, the card games, a little different. They liked, the number one thing that I've thought is always a little interesting, especially because they have the energy mechanic, which is kind of like mana in Magic, but also not really.
Yeah, that one confused me as a kid.
Yeah, they have a resource system of energy that you got to build up to do attacks. But because of that, Pokemon likes to... Sorry, I don't know why. I'm suddenly got a hitch in my throat. It's all my fucking noodle grease.
I passed it to you over the interwebs.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why I'm suddenly... I think I got it, though.
I cast pollen.
Oof. But because of the energy system, the trading card game likes to play around with types. You'll see this when we pull up cards if you're not familiar with it. For instance, Ghost-type Pokemon are usually under the purple Psychic. In the trading card game, I think almost all poison cards are just... And bugs are just grass. They're just green. And there's a few different, moves like that. They do actually, add some new... some of the newer types. I think depending on the set... Because Pokemon also does have a set rotation. They will do, sometimes Dark will be a type, sometimes Steel will be a type. They did actually have Fairy for a while, but I think they may have taken that back. So they play around with them. Another thing is, I think all Rock and Ground Pokemon are fighting, because that's, orangey-brown kind of a thing.
Let's be real fair here. Oh, sorry. If they did try to have an energy for every different type, you'd be out of cardboard.
Yeah, no, it's a simplifying prospect that works with their resource system and works out. But yeah, so like I said, chat, I've assembled a list of card arts of Pokemon cards that people say are bad and that they say are good. I have also a couple of group mentions for some interesting things I saw percolating. And also, I will take your suggestions, chat, if you know of a card art that you always thought was bad as a kid, or you've always heard was a bad card art, or even just a bad card. We also talk about mechanics on Fail Portrayal, and I'll only be able to add so much to that. Feel free to, shoot me some names and set lists in the chat box, or, link me to a card that I can pull up, and we can have a little bit of interactivity as well. But we've been yapping for about 10 minutes, so we should probably get into it. I just want to let you know that thanks to... I'm sure I'll catch the full compilation when it's done, but thanks to his March, top Twitch clips compilation, I have seen that Ray did finally clear Pokemon Stadium 2 randomizer. Both the Johto and Kanto gym leader castles. Thank God my boy is free.
Free from the content mines.
Because Pokemon Stadium 2... I've always known that Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2 were hard as fuck when you do rental, but rental randomizer is super hard. Oh, a quick snooze. The announcer's so catty. We also have some just compilations of nostalgic Pokemon music that people have put up. So we'll just be chilling with that. Chat, actually no. Loth, you're here. Loth, you want to start with the bad or the good? You want to see a good card art or a bad card art first?
Let's start with good, so that way we can lower our expectations when we see the bad.
All right. In no particular order, one of the first cards I have on my list of good... Ooh, okay, I might have to re-find this link. There it is, okay. It gave me a 4-3 Forbidden at first. But we're back in. Let's see how large this is. Okay, no, it fits. Let me see how this is framed up in the... Yeah, we're good. So our first card that was recommended by the internet is Ninetales EX. This is from a particular set. I was going to say which set, but then I'm looking at the fucking identifiers, and I'm like, I don't know. My best pickup is that this is another mechanic that, because every card game needs feature creep and power creep. My best understanding, there are a lot of cards that are EX, GX, V, etc. Basically, it's the card name, but it's got some extra squiggles on the end. These are like the evolved versions of normal cards, but are more powerful. But they have things like, for instance, this one says that it's got the EX rule is if it's defeated, your opponent takes 2 prizes. This is another Pokemon mechanic. If you don't know, you set aside random numbers of cards as prize cards. And, when you defeat your opponent's Pokemon, you flip them up.
Sorry, for a second there, Omega, with the way you had the text set up. I read that card as Pokemon, I don't know, Ninetales EX.
No, that's the text box at the top. I'll hide it since it's probably going to get in the way, but it was there for a while. This was a card art that was recommended as good, and I agree, because Pokemon does do very good full card arts and alternate arts as well. They're honestly, this is something I've talked about. I think Pokemon is much better at alt arts and rare printings than Yu-Gi-Oh is. Yu-Gi-Oh, usually the way we do a higher rarity card is we just shellac more foil on it. Some of those are good. Maximum Gold Rare is very good. Starlight Rares are very pretty. The very underutilized Millennium holographic rares that have like hieroglyphic text on them in foil is cool. But Pokemon does stuff like full goldenified arts, rainbow art prints, multiple alt arts. They'll do full arts, where the whole card is the art with the text over it, which is something that I think Magic alternate arts also do, which Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never done, which is sad. And, lots of other stuff. So this is a very good art. I like because the Ninetales here is reaching outside of the card frame, which is a very common edit on Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very funny, but no, it's right here. Yeah, it's a Ninetales. It's chilling. Evolves from Vulpix. It's popping out.
Is that just a picture of Vulpix from the game?
It does. I was about to say, that does look like we just took a Pokedex picture of Vulpix. Accidentally grabbed my pop filter off. Let me put that back. But yeah, it looks like that's just out there. I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely no idea if this card's any good. Like, my opinion of Pokemon cards is very skewed. It's for 1 fire energy, Heat Wave does 30 damage and your opponent's Pokemon is now burned. That seems all right. And then Mirrored Flames is a fire energy and then a colorless energy, which is any. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, it does an additional 140 damage. That also seems good. But it does have a retreat cost and has an EX rule that when it's knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prizes, so you gotta be careful. But it's got a fuck ton of HP. I know that's something that Pokemon has also super inflated, is the HP numbers as the years have gone on. But yeah, it looks cool. I like this. Like I said, I'm gonna
run up and just pet this Ninetales.
Yeah.
Just like no. It looks so fluffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I don't know much about the card game, but the additional effect text for Mirrored Flame seems good.
Yeah.
But unless I've actually played the game, I can't comment on it. Sadly.
Also, I might have to scooch this up a little, but you can see Pokemon, like Magic, does credit their illustrators. On the one hand, this did allow me, when I was searching for worst Pokemon art, for people to feed me names of Pokemon artists they don't like. But it also does mean that everybody is duly credited. So this is another factor where I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Did this more. But they do not.
I believe there was because I watched Jaden Animations video on her trip to Japan. They talked about the Pokemon TCG. And there is an artist who just does claymation pictures for Pokemon.
Yes. I will say, shockingly, on the internet, those claymation arts do not appear to be popular with Pokemon TCG fans. I saw several Reddit and forum posts that were like, oh, those clay arts are the worst. They just usually said that as a category, though, not any examples, so I don't have any in my bin. But, okay, so Chad is saying this is from a Scarlet Violet set. So it's probably all right. Looks good. It's nice. I like the background art. I do like that you can clearly tell where this would become a full art. If they wanted to, they could just remove the transparent box, and it's just all art. It's solid.
I appreciate the fact that the Ninetales is over the top of the card box, and the flames and everything. That's a neat touch.
All right. Do we want to
Still
grab
can't get
another?
over that fucking 3D render of Vulpix.
Yeah, the Vulpix is funny. Do we want to pull another good one, or do you want to start with the bad?
Let's go bad, and then just randomize it. Fuck it, afterwards.
All right.
So at least that way we got an example of good, bad, and then we can just go ham.
So this is another one that, because people have mentioned, because these are in no particular order, this Ninetales art is pretty new. Here is old-ass Charmeleon. This is the base set Charmeleon. And, I don't want to say it's too bad. I do agree. It's kind of derpy. And I definitely think that this is a thing we can use as a source. Also, it's a really good comparison if that Ninetales is very new. So, I can
tell how old this is.
I can buff this size up a little, too, so we can maybe see a few more details. But we got a base set Charmeleon. You can see that we still have the awkward graphic of Charmander there, but this is clearly the key art of Charmander that's in the strategy guide. as opposed to the 3D render. I don't remember if the Ninetales card had the full, like, stat listing, but you will see this on several one. This Charmeleon, which is level 32, sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't, has its Pokedex number, its subtitle, height, and weight. And it also has its Pokedex entry at the bottom.
I love that you can see at the top right, put Charmeleon on the basic Pokemon.
Yeah, no, this is much like how every Yu-Gi-Oh card used to say shuffle your deck after adding a card, and now they just don't, because you understand how the mechanics work.
I'll be honest, you say this is a bad card, and I can understand why some people say that. However, his derpiness makes him endearing to me.
I think there are some cards that are going to be like that, where, like, objectively you're like, okay, this art's not great. This one, I definitely am like, what the fuck is going on in this background? Like, it's just kind of a watercolor soup back there.
He's come from the painting of the screen.
And the lines are a little rough. And I'm sure some people will kind of, like, sass me about this. This is a Mitsuhiro Arita art, who I believe is normally known as doing very good Pokemon card art, and I've seen several examples of it. I specifically saw this as an example of what people think this artist's worst art piece was when I was, like, looking around. So, like, one of those things. It's also funny to me. This still says, I think, copyright 2016, so this is obviously a reprint scan. But, yeah, this is a base set Charmeleon. And, like, it's not bad, but it's definitely, like, goofy. I will say you can definitely see where the fucking energy power creep is. Charmeleon requires 3 colorless energy to do a slash for 50 damage.
Whereas Ninetales...
Yeah, did like 40 damage for 1 fire. And Flamethrower does 90 damage, but requires you to discard an energy. Also, admittedly, he's only a stage 1 Pokemon. He's only a middle evolution, but only got 80 HP. So, very, very interesting combos. But yeah, this is just our moment. Yes, Varen's saying that yeah. They just started adding to the stage, modifiers. They just started using the most recent Pokedex modeling. Yeah. That's definitely, like, some moments of that.
I'm not looking forward to that. Because even though it's a tiny part of the card, it's going to be, like, right there.
Yeah. Alright, so let me just jumble up my names randomly in my randomizer that I used last night for Ken Lucky Guess. So
Yeah.
I'll just feed in the Pokemon names in there. Right. And make sure to remove the ones we've already done, and we'll start jumbling up some stuff. And like I said, chat, feel free to fire some stuff. Okay, all right. So that one is. Sorry,
I don't know why this Charmeleon gives same vibes as a chunky Pikachu.
Yeah, I think that Pokemon in the back in the day were just drawn chunkier.
And now, whenever they decide to be thick with the Pokemon, it's for very specific ones.
Okay, it's my redirect that's bad. All right. So I pulled a lot of these scans off Bulbapedia, for instance. Sorry, I'm tuning down the background music. This one track's a little loud. So even though I would see these cards referenced, like, online in, like, English, some of the scans I have are in the Japanese version. That's fine. It's just the card art we're paying attention to, but I can read out the card effects as well. So this is Gulpin. And I believe specifically this is Gulpin from the Poke-Kyun collection.
I saw this one making the rounds on Twitter.
Yeah, he's just a little guy. So technically, this was suggested as a bad or weird card art. It is very stylized, but it's not incorrect. I mean, that is a Gulpin, but we are doing some funny things. Yes, thank you, Legendary Boss Hunter. Gulpin these nuts.
I banish you to Florida.
No, it's even worse than the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Sadly, there hasn't been a... I mean, not sadly, because that would probably be horribly fucked up, but there hasn't been a Pokemon region based on Florida yet. Thank God.
Can you imagine? But I can only assume that, like, with what I'm seeing to the left here, the key change is like, this is meant to be a, oh, this is you and your Pokemon having fun kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to navigate my fucking way through my history.
That's true. I did put Legendary closer to Omega. At least you're not near me.
I will say this is one thing that's also very annoying about Pokemon. The fucking accent over the E.
Oh yeah.
Is really annoying because it fucks up a lot of searching because Google is like, that's a different character. Okay, yeah. So this was from the Generation set. Known as the Pokekune collection, so it's got from the XY era. I don't really know like what exactly the keychain stylization is for, but it's a cute little add-on.
As someone who doesn't like Gulpin and Swalot, this makes Gulpin look adorable.
Yeah,
and that's fine with me.
This is definitely like very like kitty stylized. Like you can see the proportions of the dishes in the back are like really fucked up. This kid's very stylized. I'm pretty sure I don't know how good Gulpin cards have ever been, but I suspect they're generally not good.
Well, hey, at least it's not like Mantike. That only ever has 2 cards.
But its attack that you can't read right now, it's 2 colorless, is called Starvin. It does 30 damage, and you flip a coin. If tails, the attack does nothing. Its Pokedex entry is very funny. It's written clearly from the perspective of the kid. It says, "When Mom gets in the kitchen, the happiest things happen. I can feel my mouth watering."
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's very cutesy. It's very stylized. This card sounds useless, but it's adorable. They've got like this little like heart pattern, backdrop over it. It's just a little detail.
Yeah, and from what a Legendary in chat is saying, yeah, no, if it's meant to be between human and Pokemon interactions, good. We don't get enough of that as is, and usually it's weird or stupid.
Yeah.
Pull up infamous Pokemon and humans used to marry copypasta or whatever the fuck.
Alright.
The funny thing about like how we can't have Corviknights over in Scarlet Violet because the fucking Tinkatonks are a menace.
Yeah. They'll crush your bones. Alright, so this is a good card art recommendation. This is Mimikyu from Cosmic Eclipse. And this one is also interesting because there's a lot of Pokemon also does a lot of alt arts. Both arts were suggested as good for this.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
So yeah, you have the full art alt art and then the normal art printing, both of which are pretty good. The normal art, normal like box text art has the very, very stylized, kind of storybook kind of drawing, but it works very well for Mimikyu.
Yes. These are both great.
Yeah, no, these are our good arts.
Our boy Mimikyu living his best life.
Yeah. It's a very solid one.
I do enjoy when they go good on the full arts.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine Yu-Gi-Oh! Full arts? How awful it would be trying to read the text as it's just over the top of something.
Yeah, they'd have to figure out some way to do it, but I'd love to see them try. Even if they're just like include them as an extra card in the pack as like pack filler. Like they're not legal cards; they're just alternate prints. But
instead of the whatever weird shitty piece of cardboard they put in at the very end that says, "Buy more cards here,"
Yeah.
or a proxy card
Yeah.
token.
But yeah, so this is a good little guy. Again, don't know much about the ability of this. This is a very funny card because you'll notice it doesn't have any damage numbers on its attacks. Its first attack is called Impersonation. That is a colorless energy that lets you discard a supporter, which are a very common but important Pokemon type. Discard it from your hand. If you do, you use that effect of that card as this attack.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And then its other ability is called Mischievous Hands, which is choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 2 damage counters on each of them, so it doesn't damage them directly via an attack. It just scatters damage. So it seems like a good card that's got some use, and it's just a fun little guy.
Yeah. No, it did. Yeah, no, great all around, and even the effects feels very fitting for Mimikyu.
Yeah. No, good arts. All right. Oh, great randomizer. Feed me another card. Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh no. I'm concerned.
So this is another one I saw. All right. Pokemon also has a fuck ton of promos all over the place. This is an X and Y promo Rayquaza.
Sorry.
He's coming at you. He coming.
You have upset the Danger Noodle.
Weighing in at a mere 455 pounds.
He got the phone call that Kyogre and Groudon were doing some shit.
He got the phone call. He's like, oh, damn it, no, I gotta go down there again. Yeah, no.
That. Okay. Sorry, Legendary puts it great. Nightmarishly derpy.
Yeah. He's a silly. I can't say he's a silly little guy because he's like 23 feet tall.
He's massive.
But he's a silly guy. Yeah. So yeah, this is a thing in general. I saw some notes when I was doing this Googling that there are several Rayquaza cards that people are kind of like, It seems like it's really hard to contain all of Rayquaza's length and perhaps girth in a single Pokemon card. He seems like a guy who really needs that full card art because he's supposed to be very huge. So sometimes you get shit like this where the perspective is super forced and it's very weird.
Actually, looking at this, you can actually see the power creep we had earlier with the Ninetales, and looking at Dragon Blast.
Yeah.
All the shit for that one, and Ninetales just had just a few things. What's
now,
this
admittedly,
extra?
this is a basic Rayquaza, so you can just play him. But yeah, he is Dragon type. Which is, at least during this cycle of card types was allowed. I'm gonna be honest, doesn't seem like that does anything for him. He doesn't use Dragon-type energies, and he doesn't have any of the funny resistances that Dragon-type cards are known for. He's just double weak to Fairy. But yeah, he's out there. Classic coin flip attacks in Pokemon. They exist both in the card game as well as the game. And yeah, Dragon Blast does a mere 120 damage for 4 energy, and you have to discard 2 energies to do it. And this was a promo, by the way. This was a special card. But yeah, he's a weird little guy. I don't really have a lot else to say about that.
Yep. Derpy-looking Danger Noodle coming at you with the weird attacks.
Yeah. Okay, so they kept Dragon type around. Yeah, I heard that Fairy got cut from certain rotations because it was too good.
Oh no! Reminds me of whenever Yu-Gi-Oh decides to add a new archetype, and it's like,
This is the correct response. This is Jinx from Shining Legends number 38.
I don't hate it.
What rarity is U uncommon?
Usually.
I think so. All right.
Look at that big ass smile.
Yeah. I mean, Jinx is purple. Clearly.
Just looking at this, like, all I can think of is just her going, hey. You can't see it, I'm doing the hand motion similar to her.
So yeah, this is, you know, just a basic Pokemon type Jinx. It has a special attack, Whiny Voice, which causes your opponent to reveal a random card in their hand and shuffle it back into their deck.
Oh, that's the one for 1 purple?
Yeah, 1 purple. Shuffle back.
Oh, God.
Interestingly enough, I believe this was an XY era set because it's got the X Pokemon Pokedex entry. Apparently, Whiny Voice was an ability that was originally on a Zorua card. So it's kind of interesting to see it here. And then its second attack is, for 2 colors, is Feverish Kiss. Your opponent's Pokemon is now confused and does 30 damage. Confusion also sucks ass in the TCG as well as the main games. I think you have to flip coins to do anything.
What I'm hearing is you use this card to annoy your opponent. And considering the card art, yeah, that feels like this is going to annoy the fuck out of you.
Yeah. But yes, this is like, again, obviously stylized, like we've got kind of like pencil markings almost, but yeah, it's not what I would call great.
I don't like the Jinx. I do like the work with the everything else in the card art.
Yeah. All right, random picker. Oh, okay. Well, it's just literally next down my list.
Oh. Yeah, apologies if you guys hear me sniffling. I'll try to cut it out, but it's my nose has been acting up.
Hello, it is Onyx. Specifically from Lost Thunder.
I believe this is a Diglett card more than an Onyx card.
Yep.
Look at all those guys.
Yep. So this is a fun concept, but I do not necessarily think this is a good card art. The idea of showing an Onyx underground, you know, almost like a game of Dig Dug, kind of cute, but it's very weird. Like, what's he doing? Is he sleeping?
He looks like he's running away from something, going, "Why is everyone mean to me?"
Yeah, and also, again, like you said, there's a fuck ton of Diglets in this card, which are very, very cute, but also super derpy. Like, none of these Diglets are drawn the same.
Yeah, look at the one second from the left, and just how squished he is.
He's so squooshed. Also, there's a couple, like this one and this one, that are, like, at the side, so you can only see one eye, but it's really weird. Like,
because you see, like, the nose,
yeah,
or mouth, whatever the fuck it's meant to be.
It's their nose. It does look like they have little mouths going, oh, though. But yeah.
Yeah, it does. Oh no!
But yeah, so Lost Thunder.
Wow, this card's just looks like you stuck Onyx in a weird rainbow cake.
Yeah, this is a Sun Moon era expansion. This card's from. But
actually, wait a second. Yeah, I know it's probably meant to be gems, but it looks like there's fucking sprinkles all around the Onyx.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got like sparkly. Like I said, I agree with chat. It's a good idea, poor execution. You know, lives underground. Also, again, this does not give a suggestion that it can move 50 miles an hour through the ground.
I like the Diglets. That's the only thing I'll say.
Also, I think this card sucks. I'm pretty sure. Like, yes, he can kill himself, but like 4 energy, and it costs 4 to retreat. Ooh.
At least you don't have to discard anything, so you can keep those energies on him, I believe. I don't know how energy works.
I mean, you can keep them on him, but like I said, if you want to retreat, you gotta ditch energy.
Energy? Oh, energy.
Ah, okay. So we've been in the bad zone for a little bit. Let's grab a good card. Scan's a little small, so I'll try and step it up a little. But this is Umbreon, and it is from, it is, I think, one of the cards in Neo Discovery. There's a couple of Umbreons in that card list, if I remember rightly.
Thumbs up. It's your Moondog.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Neo Discovery 13. There's also, which is not a bad card art, though I think is a little more retro. There's also, again, from the same set. Let me scooch this over.
Look at that old as fuck looking Eevee in the top left.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, they're using the fucking Gen 1 key art.
Oh, sorry.
No, these are both good.
Things really makes me. Oh wait, different. Oh, two different Umbreons.
Yeah, these are from the same set,
difference.
but they're different numbers. Interestingly
Yeah.
enough. But yeah, so let's see. This is from Neo Discovery. Which era was that? If I can find it. Okay, so this is fairly old. This would be a gold and silver based expansion. Obviously, in case you can't tell, but yeah. So I think I even remember not these specific packs, but I think I remember seeing these packs in stores. But this is themed around like Ruins of Alph and Unknowns and stuff. But both of these are pretty good. I think the one that's now on the left is like a very classic one, a very normal look. The right one is a little stylized, but it's still good because of that moonlight shot.
It gives off very big Jackal vibes.
Yeah. And I do want to say, there are a couple of Umbreons in the good art category. You will see this moon theme done a lot, because I believe that Moonlight was one of Umbreon's like signature moves back in the day.
Wasn't it back in the day when they came out, like Umbreon had to be...
Yes, Gold Silver was the first generation that had the day-night cycle, so the way you got Umbreon and Espeon was you got an Eevee to level up at max friendship. If it was nighttime, you'd get Umbreon. If it was daytime, you'd get Espeon.
Yeah.
So yeah, and these are also both Dark-type Pokemon. I believe during the Gold-Silver era, they actually tried to add Dark and Steel, so it's like, you know, resistant to psychic damage and stuff like that. Got a couple different attacks.
Didn't stick around?
I think Dark has stuck around, yeah. Though I should say it's not Dark, it's Darkness type in the TCG. You need the extra ness. But yeah, two different illustrators, two different cards. Considering these cards were printed in like 2001, I bet they were good at the time. And he's called the Moonlight Pokemon, so it's there. You know, it's got the iconic. We're chilling. Umbreon, everybody. Not probably my very favorite evolution, but definitely up there. Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. The TCG basically has to compress energy types so they can make the energy system work. Otherwise, you'd fucking die because there'd be so many cards. All right, okay. So this is another one. This is another one. We're going back to the well of bad weird.
Oh no.
And I have a couple. This card got like 5 different arts, some of which are definitely up there. This is Magikarp and Wailord GX Tag Team, specifically the promo art. So this is was released in Sun and Moon era. So its other 2 card arts are pretty normal. Let me pull up one of them as an example.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I remember hearing or seeing when people open some cards that there's like tag team cards.
This is one of their other arts. This is the one that's got like the rainbow alt color. It's pretty normal, but this one is definitely like, okay, what are we doing? Yeah, the Tag Team GX cards are very strong. I mean, I appreciate the idea of like, obviously this is a basic Pokemon, so like, damn, that's like very strong to put down. But literally stacking 2 Pokemon on top of each other as one card, especially because I don't think you can do double battles normally in the TCG, that's fine. Definitely, I think these made some very powerful cards. But you can see that this has like a fuck ton of HP. It's like basic attack does take 5 energies, but is huge in terms of damage. You do lose 3 prizes if it goes out. But yeah, if this card has at least 7 energy attached to it, Towering Splash does 100 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. But you can't use more than 1 GX attack in a game. So, like, they play around with a lot of weird rules and stuff. But this is definitely one. First of all, Magikarp and Wailord?
Yeah, that's what? It looks as though Wailord is like they're
Gonna
doing
fucking eat Magikarp?
I was gonna say it's a fucking movie thing where it's like it's just Wailord. It's like, what are you gonna do? Opens up the mouth, here comes Magikarp.
I know, they're big and small, but I think there were probably other small fish Pokemon you could do. It's very, very silly to me, and it's just a big guy with a super slash. Alright.
Like, I guess technically a Wailord doing splash would do damage.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
not a pair. Oh, sorry.
I think this is the correct. Yeah, okay, because there's a couple different versions of this art. It's Tornadus EX. So like I said, there's like EX, GX, V, VX. There's also VMAX, but that's different.
Oh man, look at that big black and white legendary treasures on him.
Yeah, so this is specifically the promo print. There's a couple different versions of this. I don't care for most of these. So this one is like, oh, we got a cool background, but we got this big like watermark over it.
It does look as though he's gonna reach out from the card and punch you, though.
Yeah, this other one, which I think was the normal printing, it was in like the core set, tries to do the same thing, but I think maybe just because it's Tornadus, it still looks a little silly.
Yeah.
Like the
looks
hand
like
stuff.
What was it? Looks like one of the villains from Sonic Colors.
Yeah. And in general, while I understand why the Pokemon Company and the guys who produce their trading card game and stuff have gone that way, general opinion I've seen from a lot of people is that for the most part, when they do like 3D CG renders, people don't like that. They're not as fond of those arts.
Oh yeah, that one, legendary. Thank you.
Yeah, it's also got
Sorry.
a full card art that's also...
I'm not familiar with my Sonic lore.
Like, kind of, yeah... The lines are very interesting.
He just looks like he's going, your toes, give them to me.
It's my turn on the EX box.
No, I'll have the last slice of pizza.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't know if it's part of Tornadus' color scheme, but, like, he's got the fucking piss aura. I don't know, man. Why is he... I guess it goes with his greenness, but why is he, like, bright yellow glowing?
Also, I'm not sure if it's just me. I fucking wish that this, damn YouTube chat box thing for the stream didn't have this giant heart at the bottom right of the chat for me.
I wish I could get rid of it.
Because now I can't actually see it properly what Legendary is saying. Like saying, I wish I was...
It's okay, I wish I wasn't. I can't even see the heart. It's like zoomed out on my... It's weird. But yeah, the little like reaction box, I don't think anybody fucking uses it. YouTube, if you wanna compete with Twitch in that way, you gotta give me like alerts and shit. And other weird stuff. Alright. That was Tornadus EX. Okay, so this is one we're gonna get into. So I'll grab the set as well. I
haven't even seen it, it's already killing me.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's gonna be awful later on when I get surprised by like a fucking automaton and it's like, oh, I'm actually dying.
But yeah, this is Coughing from Expedition. Or Expeditions.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can see some example cards. Yeah, no, this is it. The expedition set. These cards have e-reader stuff. And also just in general, I've got several expedition cards in here. They are not well thought of. This one doesn't have the actual barcode, I don't think, or if it does, it's like struck out in this version. But this is not good. The border is all like super weird and mismatched because it's got to make room for the e-reader stuff. It's got the giant E icon in there. The art is also just not great. I mean, this Coughing looks like he's about to explode, which is what everybody who's ever seen a Coughing deeply fears. Coughing and the Geodude line explosion is like the Pokemon game's version of everybody being jump scared by Mirror Force as a child.
Or for those who play SMT, it's like, here's your run ender.
Yeah. So like, okay, sure, but nah, it's not great. And there are a couple of other card arts from this set that people still remember to this day.
Oh, sorry. It's not a very flat. Like, I was honestly fucking flabbergasted when you pulled this up because I just was flashbanged by it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's still a 2002 card. Damn.
Yeah, no. Like I said, this was during the GBA e-reader days, so like it's old, but like I said, people on the internet remembered this. They still remember this art.
I still don't know how the game works. I just know that drawing 7 cards in the game is actually not help. It doesn't help actually win you the game.
Yeah, that's something I know a little bit about modern day, and I think I remember from even playing. Pokemon just, like, has shitloads of draw and search power anyway.
It's about your engine being actually get results.
Yeah, your main thing is you need to, like, find good Pokemon and then put them into effect. And I think a lot of the key interactions with supporters, because those cards are very powerful, but I believe it's limited to 1 supporter a turn.
Yeah, basically get to have 1 drop card a turn.
So there's you know, you gotta work on your moves, but yeah. So
it's a game I think defined by there's no search effects.
No, there's definitely search effects.
Or like if they are, they're very specific.
Chad, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there a basic Pokemon, guy like Bill? Professor Oak is just like shuffle your hand back, draw 7 cards. Doesn't Bill or something let you just like pick any basic Pokemon out of your deck? I think some of those cards are basically evergreen and they get reprinted every like core set. I'm fairly certain Pokemon has a very iconic old school tutoring card.
I'm sorry for showing up late.
It's fine. Yeah, rattling around. I think Vesper is being exploded by Zeus.
I got distracted by dumb things.
Okay, so no, Bill is Pot of Greed. He's just draw 2 cards. Okay, it's Pokemon Fan Club searches a basic Pokemon. Yeah. So yeah, no, they're the original, the base set of Pokemon had all the stuff you'd expect, like professors to let you just draw and you mulligan your hand. You can like just draw 2 cards. You can search for a specific card. You got all the different stuff like that. But also, yeah, again, talking about the power creep. Also, this Coughing, bad card. Only 50 HP, only does 10 damage. Flip a coin to see if you confuse a guy. Nah. Not good.
I mean, this is like first core set?
No. This was the first time they did the E-cards, but no. They were already several sets in, because the E-card was, the E-card reader was GBA, right? Yeah, so, like, we'd already be several sets of Pokemon cards in.
Yeah, their first set being e-reader cards, it would probably have failed Pokemon TCG. It would be dead and gone.
It'd be very gimmicky, but luckily they'll run. Yeah, this is, I assume Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Okay. Alright. It's another good one!
Good. So I had to step away to grab super broke ass toilet paper to get for my nose.
Alright.
I have
If I
tissues.
If I get called away, it's because I promised to do something with my sister today.
That's fair,
Yeah.
Well,
No, Lucky and Omega were dying to automatons, and I'm like, I'm having lunch with my mom. Fuck you guys.
It happens.
Yeah, it's like, also, I
Alright.
gotta go to my Discord. Be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, then Axe will miss out on this adorable Flareon EX.
Oh! Please tell me one of its moves is Attract.
No, it's got a Pokemon ability and then it's got Blaze Ball.
Oh.
But yeah, so this was an EX type card. It is also, by the way, technically a basic one. So the original art, like a version of this card, got printed in the Generations expansion, but this is another Pokekune collection, and as you can tell by the little bows on the side, it's a great little guy. Look at him, and you can see a fucking piece of cake reflected in his eyes.
No, Crystallite's correct. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
When was this? What time was this card
Let me see
made?
when this card was printed.
It is listed at least on the card usually, right? Or no?
It has the copyright date, but I don't know if that's literal to like the.
I mean, because the
60s.
copy card was 2002. So
Yeah, but
I
that's not
assume it would
necessarily
be.
when they were printed. It says 2016, but let me see when the actual like. Let's see.
Also, do you guys get anyone in the chat that actually has played this game to understand, like to know, to explain?
Yeah,
the
there's
power
some people in
creep
there
to
who
us?
know. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no need
but-
to explain all the details.
Oh.
Yeah, and as you weren't here for it, but we're not going to go over all the nuances of how the game plays, because
Also,
We'd be
like I
here
said before,
forever.
Pokemon
Sorry.
does have set rotation, so like, there's a very clear power creep we can see going through the eras of these cards, but also, like, just because a card is bad now does not necessarily mean it was bad in the day. I don't think that Coughing Expeditions was very good. But yeah, this was actually printed in 2016, so it's still a while ago, but it's fucking adorable. It's so cute.
I would totally be that guy if I played Pokemon TCG, who'd show up and be like, look at my deck, how terrifying it is, and then pull out this card.
Yeah, no, this is a great one. So this has an ability. They eventually did add that, where just like Pokemon get abilities that are on attacks. This ability is Flash Fire. It says that during your turn, once before you attack, you can move a fire energy from one of your other Pokemon to this one. And also, it's got a Blaze Ball, which requires 3 of any energy, but it does 20 additional damage for each fire energy attached. But like,
Crystallite is
good.
correct. Actually, you can ask in trad games, not here.
I mean, also honestly, I think there's like I'm pretty sure there's downloadable Pokemon trading card game sims. I don't know how good they are. I do not think that it does. I don't. If I recall correctly, I don't believe the Pokemon trading card game has a really killer online simulator, quite like that's like exactly like as flashy as like Master Duel or even as widespread as Pokemon. Not Pokemon. That's the game I'm talking about, Magic Arena. But they've had
Yeah.
sims before. I'm pretty sure that they're out there. But yeah, Flareon.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
Good art.
Yeah. No, it's great, and also the stylized border is also great.
Yeah. Alright.
You know what? This is just better Pearly. I'll say it.
I was gonna make a joke. Pearly could never. Mi amigo Pearly could never. I do know that there's some TTS modules that have like everything. Okay.
If we wanted to be really fucky, what I'd suggest for April Fool's would be a Tanto Pure failed Portrayal.
Honestly, we could do Wise Schwarz and just do all our favorite shows.
Okay, alright. Sorry, I mispasted the wrong link in my doc, so I gotta find this again.
Oh no. Oh well.
For some reason,
this adorable Flareon for more.
So I tried to look for a specific card people were talking about, but I don't know. There is a joke on the internet about Bacon Yveltal. That Yveltal or Yveltal looks like bacon. I didn't see a specific card art that did that. Somehow that got copy and pasted into my notes, and not what I was actually looking for, which was this card, Xerneas EX, the X one. So sometimes the border breaking is cool. This card has like 4 different arts. This one is specifically a promo.
Look at this fucker.
And
A lot of
It's-
them like doing that.
very shiny.
A lot
Help
of, like,
me, stepbrother. I'm stuck in the card art.
Yeah, this one is literally supposed to be shiny, I think, with the alternate color scheme, but also it's fucking blindingly
Also,
bright.
Is that fairy energy? Is that fairy?
Yeah, the pink is fairy, so it is a
Okay.
fairy type. This was back when fairy was in the TCG. Before they removed it
Oh,
from
they
being
took
too
it out?
broken. Yes. This came up earlier in the chat. And we have a couple more. This is like a different one, but I also do not like its vibes.
Oh my god.
And that's the normal printing. And then there was another one, a different promo print that is also... Oh, it's like off the marker there. Hold on. Let's scooch that in a little better. Yeah. And then this is another promo print, which you can tell this photo... This must be super holographic because this photo scan is like super washed out. So yeah, no, this print of Xerneas, a little too eye-searing. There is actually one of the versions of this card that I think is okay. It has a full art print. The scan's a little weird because it's like of a hologram, but this is just the full art print. This is perfectly normal, right?
That's much better.
Yeah, this is just what Xerneas looks like. The funny part is this illustrator did the basic version as well, which is the second one I showed that was small. So like, they clearly could do it okay. It's just the specific style of like busting out all the time is very, very wild.
Oh.
All right, Renda Picker, feed me another one. Ah, okay.
Oh wait, I know the perfect thing to say to those Xerneas cards. Oh dear.
I should know. I forgot about Xerneas' Pokemon.
All right, chat, get a hold of this one. This is another promo card. This is supposed to be special. It's Miss Revis.
That looks like they just put the face on top of the thing they drew, and it wasn't true there initially.
It's like he went through a fucking taffy puller.
Yeah. These promo cards were produced back in the day when Wizards actually had the license to this. Wizards of the Coast
God.
helped produce Pokemon over here for a while, but they lost it. And, yeah, no, this Misdreavus is, very cursed.
It looks like a shitpost face.
Yeah, no, this looks like some kind of shitpost, Pokemon shitpost. He's pogging. He is a little. I mean, I could cut this out and turn this into an emote. I don't think we're Pokemon themed enough to make that work, but yeah, this is. Yeah, no, this one is just clearly not good. And I'm pretty sure. What I know about, Wizards practices, they probably contacted this artist and gave him like a week to do it. I took his first draft. Nowadays, I'm sure that they would just hire an artist and they would give them no time on their deadline, and the artist would just use either use AI or just plagiarize the card art to look better. But back in the day, I guess you just, if you had to draw off the cuff, you just drew it fast and, let it ride. This, by the way, was the very first card when I started searching I saw recommended as a bad Pokemon art.
I can see why.
But the Wizard, Wizards released these promos between the year 1999 and 2003. Once again, this card is old, but people still remembered this. Obviously, you'll be seeing this when you go to sleep tonight.
I don't want to.
But we're vivid. All right. This one is... Where is you? There it is. All right, so this is... our next one, I should say, is... Zoroark from the Breakthrough. This is clearly the most JoJo Zoroark.
Your next move is.
No, this is not the Zoroark Break. That's a different card, but this is from 2015. Breakthrough. Oh, I'm triggering Legendary.
Why? What happened?
Apparently, this was a meta card back in the day. But yeah, no, Zoroark's just vibing. I love that its ability is called Stand In, and it does look like he's hitting a JoJo pose. It's pretty cool.
This attack does 30 more damage for each of your what?
Oh, Mind Jack. It says this attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Because I guess you're telling your opponent's Pokemon to beat up their main guy. Also, it freely gets to switch with your active Pokemon as its ability, because it's an illusionist.
Oh. Oh, okay. So basically, you do this to.
Yeah, you wait until your opponent has a full bench, and then you switch it in, and then you're just like, hey, fuck you.
Kill for a one-hit kill or for most of their health.
Because you can have. I assume it's still 5 in the bench because it's, the 6-man team. So that means, 30 times 5. It's pretty good.
It'll be 160.
Yeah, no, I think that would, judging by the fact that this is a stage 1 Pokemon with 100 HP, I assume that would kill most Pokemon in the time period. So, like, spicy. Yeah. Apparently it was a card that was good in the game, and it looks good. Zoroark.
Considering, if this was meta, I could understand how, just from the ability and the Mind Jack, like, Jesus fuck.
But also, we were apparently having fun here. No, don't do that. We also had some fucking wild and wacky stuff as well. Because Zoroark from Breakthrough could become Zoroark Break, which is sideways.
Oh, right, because you flip the card and put cards on top of each other because they have, like...
Yeah,
that Pokemon has, like...
I think that was their break mechanic.
They have, like, basically, like... They're not, like, stickers. We're talking about stickers. But it's, like... They have, like, dual cards that you basically flip them on the back and, like, put them together and so on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
So, yeah, this is Zoroark Break. So the Break evolution rule says that it retains all the attacks, abilities, weaknesses, resistance, retreat costs of its previous evolution, but also gains a new attack, Foul Play. Which is just, you steal one of your opponent's attacks for 1 dark energy.
Stop hitting yourself.
No. Yeah, so, like I said, Pokemon has never been a game that hurts for creativity. I think it's something they can get away with because they do some levels of set rotation. This is a thing that I think rotating sets does have an advantage over something like Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is permanently evergreen, where, like, sometimes you can make a couple sets where you just do some weird shit, and if it doesn't work, you just get rid of them and never talk about them again.
Yeah, you just give some cards like a Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah, so yeah, and Legendary's talking about this. For 1 dark energy, you just use one of your opponent's attacks as your own, which means you could use one of their big, scary attacks. Yeah, I can see absolutely why this is meta, so I'm glad that rotation got in there, but also, it looked pretty good. Alright, so that is...
Sorry, just the break really did mindfuck me, because it doesn't look good.
No. Like I said, I feel like every, game generation of sets, basically, they reinvent this mechanic. They've had the EX, the GX, the V, and the VMAX. GX might be the current one for, Scarlet Violet, I'm not sure.
Also,
so basically, like the Pokemon game itself, where they keep adding in new mechanics and we'll just stop using it.
Well,
I think they do that because of engine conflicts, but that's a different thing.
Some of it, I think, is because they changed up the engine, but sometimes I think it's just because they like to... People like to try and treat Pokemon as, a super serious competitive game, and I do think that, some simulators and stuff have that purpose, but, I feel like the way the Pokemon Company and Nintendo balance Pokemon video games competitively is sometimes they just go, fuck you, we're bottlenecking every Pokemon through this generation again, so we're going to rebalance all their stats and shit. And those Megas, fuck them, they're gone. Gigantamax, well, we needed a new gimmick for this gen, but you don't like it, so fuck.
They want each to be different, and also because I think no one at Game Freak actually gets days off.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I conceptually like both Mega Evolutions and Gigantamaxing. I think they tried with technically with the actual like Gmax process. They tried to make it so you could use that on any Pokemon, but only some of them have like the special alternate versions with the super moves. That was an okay compromise. My primary problem with that is that getting the unique version required specific natures. Like your specific starter would not necessarily have the special Gigantamax potential. That's dumb. Stop doing that, Pokemon. Stop doing that shit. Just make it so that if we have the special version, we can always get it. Stop making me fucking hunt for specials. Terrestrialization is probably the best version of that mechanic because it's like randomly rolled unique to each Pokemon and really lets you change up their vibes. Unfortunately, I will say this. Terrestrialization, good mechanic, looks stupid. It looks very dumb to give the Pokemon a giant shiny hat. It's very silly. Like, they're very weird. I am kind of hopeful that the ZA stuff will be hitting Megas again, and we might actually get some like new guys and not just get 4 more Mega Charizards. Let's see. Yes, I did randomly roll an extra one, so I need to grab that card art. This is gonna be another good one.
Mega Charizard Z.
Don't give them ideas. As we speak, they're already drafting 4 more Mega Charizards. Mega Charizard, but what if he was silver? Anyway, this is Melodic. Specifically, this is, I believe, is it Shining?
I'm
Supreme
getting called
Victory.
all to you guys.
Okay.
Take care, Axe.
Thanks for joining us while you were here. Shit, I can't type Melodic.
Oh, is this the...
This is Melodic.
Okay. I thought it was the shiny version. I'm not used to seeing Milotic.
I think it's the normal.
Wait, is it in the fucking sky?
Yeah, it's flying. It's chilling. I don't actually remember. Let me know. Is Melodic dual flying type like Gyarados?
I thought it was just water.
Or is it just water? Even so, we're chilling in the sky.
Yeah, that's what confused me, because I thought it was just water. Why is it in the sky? Yeah!
Unfortunately, I can't find the source of where the fuck this set was in. But it's there, SH7. Let me try searching that way, specifically.
Also, geez, looking at that ability.
Yeah, no. You can see this one is very shiny. Appears to be from the Platinum era. Okay. So it can fly just because. I want to say I do actually like, some people don't like when they like do Pokemon like the previous, like a previous gen, but like a different way. I do actually like Phoebos into Melodic, like with the beauty stat. That's a very funny way to do that. And I'll say this, I'm not like a Gen 1er. I do actually like a lot of newer Pokemon. Like, people are like, oh, it's an ice cream cone. I'm like, that guy's fucking adorable. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a pile of garbage. No. Trubbish is great. How dare you?
Yeah, no, Trubbish is great.
I've seen some people like dunk on like Eternatus from like Sword and Shield, and I'm like, no, this guy's a giant space hand. That's really cool. Also, he turns into like a Draco Lich. That's also rad. Like, I generally like most Pokemon designs. I don't mind also when they do homages, because I am that fucking like nostalgia Andy who will be like, the game is like, hey yo, you can catch Magikarp in this game, and I'm like, all right, let's go, baby, Gyarados. I don't care that you've got 4x weakness. You're still cool.
Nearly every game I've played, I've been like, fuck yeah, Magikarp, let's go.
They haven't done a regional variant of Gyarados that is actually a dragon type yet, have they? They should totally do that. That actually sounds like, instead of being a water flying, it's like dragon flying or something.
Well, Mega Gyarados was, I think, water dark.
That's also a cool way. I like those kinds of stuff. That's another thing that I should say this, talking about my Pokemon experience. I really fucking love regional Pokemon. That's really cool. Like, the idea of, like, Galarian Corsola are like part ghost type and evolve into Cursola because, you know, the pollution around England is fucking killing coral reefs. That's scary.
Yeah. Hisuian, Typhlosion.
Yes, fucking magical Typhlosion. That's so cool. I
Fire
hope we get some
Ghost.
rad new regional Pokemons for ZA, Legend ZA. But yeah, this is a
Yeah.
melodic. You can tell it's a hollow. This is just a good card art. Like we said, it's in the sky, but that's a good sky shot. Like look at that perspective. We're chilling. It's good.
Yeah. It's coming from Mount Fuji.
It is.
It just looks like someone just threw the melodic at you.
Another one. But yeah, all right. Let me scratch that off my list.
Oh, sorry.
If I can find it, wherever the
I've apologized a lot, but I've just been sitting here.
You don't need to
groaning.
apologize to me for sniffling. I understand.
I apologize to chat. I know that you understand.
Yeah. All right.
I swear, Omega, if you knew me like years ago, back when I lived in the place where I thought I had hay fever, you would be like, shut the fuck up, because I was sniffling all the time.
Yeah. All right. Hey, guess what? It's another one of these Pokekun collection style ones.
Oh, please be good.
It is a good one. It's where's my cursor? It's Sylveon EX.
Ah. The fact that the EV's behind them is even better.
Yeah. It's a pretty new one, but I'm pretty fond of the Sylveon design.
Why does it look like it's trying to like blow a kiss to you?
This is the
Oh, so
full
is it
art
holding
alternate.
a tiny? Oh, the full art's even better.
Yeah, so both of these are considered pretty good, and I think they are. Yeah, we got some different styles, got some little guys. It's good. It's good times. It's so cute.
Is it holding a tiny book in one of the ribbons on the right?
Yes, it's got like a little book and a heart and like 3 ribbons. I see that they like reversed the way the keychain is done in the full art. That's got like 3 hearts and then one ribbon and a book. Not sure what the fuck that means, but it's all good. Very the big shiny.
I like the full art because it's got the Sylveon and the Eevee interacting.
Yeah. But no, we're chilling.
Crystalite, no, don't curse us with this knowledge.
Well, I mean, we haven't added any new Pokemon types in a while. So, on the one hand, I could see them totally doing, like, a literal evolution for every type, but also, I'm kind of glad they didn't do an evolution for literally every type. Like, it was a big deal when
Yeah.
they did Glaceon and Leafeon. I mean, it was a huge deal, obviously, when they did Umbreon and Espeon. That was, like, one of the things of all time from Gen 2.
I fondly remember, well, not fondly remember, but just thanks to some people on Twitter, I just see adorable evolution arts.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's a it's a hot day in Glaceon's just sitting in front of a fucking fan.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, the classics are good. I wouldn't mind if they tucked in a couple more with some funnies, but obviously I'm sure they have to think about their designs and not spreading their fucking guys too thin.
Like, I remember when this came out, there was many gifs of Eevee having a Sailor Moon transformation.
Yeah, it's because Sylveon's fucking adorable. It's so shiny. It's a good inclusion in the fairy mix. The fairy mix-up. But yeah. Also, again, this is the EX generation, so we're getting pretty juiced up. It's normal. Its 30+ attack there is called Dress Up. If it has a Pokemon tool attached to it, it does 30 more damage. So if it's got an equip, and then its second attack is Precious Ribbon, does 100 damage, and it says you can to move a fairy energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. But if you do that, that Pokemon heals 50 damage. So it's got like a supporter type stuff. It's cute.
Neat.
All right.
Oh. The audience can't see it, but I'm giving a thumbs up. How many more cards have we got left?
Let me see. We got, like I said, I picked up like a couple dozen on each side, so we still got like a few.
Okay.
I can pick this up if we're taking too long. We've
Oh,
gotten
yeah,
in the
no,
weeds a few
I'll-
times.
I apologize for that, but
It's okay. All right, let me re-enter that. This one I picked just because he is my boy, my son. It's Totodile.
oh my god!
Totodile from the Shining Legends expansion. This was in the Sun and Moon era.
Look how fucking cute he is!
Yeah. Look at him. Look at it!
Look at it!
Also, once again, just look at how far, like, the damage is low, but, like, look how far basic Pokemon have come. This guy has 70 fucking HP.
Yeah.
But still, he's a good little guy.
You know, it's a great little guy. Just want to pick him up and hug him.
He's got the classic attacks, Water Gun and Bite. He's just chilling. He's great. Great art.
Bite using water? Whatever.
Oh, remember, they do that a few times. Remember, Bite used to be normal type.
Yeah.
All right.
No, just 10 out of 10. Great art.
Yeah, okay. So now we've had some good EVs.
Oh no.
Loftus, it's coming. Oh, I really got lost at that one. This is the Eevee from, I believe, the basic Sun and Moon set. Yes, because it's like, look how they massacred my boy. Yeah, no. I've heard this referred to as Derp Eevee, and it kind of is.
Eevee would like to speak to your manager.
Yeah, nah. Like, I get what we're going for, but this is not a great detailed shot. Also, I think this card might just be bad. Let me see. Hold on. Let me read this ability. Energy Evolution. Attach a basic energy. Let me search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon of the same type. Okay, so this Eevee is literally made to replace itself.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you use this so that you can search an Evolution when you play an energy. Because otherwise, this card is useless. It has a 1 energy, flip a coin, draw a card move. But yeah, no, it's just a derpy Eevee. Which is why we are here. And I don't really... I'll get it off screen. We don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah, no, it's...
Another classic. This one I think is pretty old as well. Because I think I remember some of these cards when I was a kid. This is Magnemite from the Team Rocket set. He looks like a clip art.
Oh, man.
He's a clip art. They've turned Magnemite into a clip art. Morty.
It wasn't the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. So this was... Oh, when the fuck was the Team Rocket expansion? It's old.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this was the 5th ever expansion of the game. This was the year 2000.
Seeing this color, back border, reminds me of the fucking Pokemon 2000 movie came out. It's like, come see the movie. Kids get a free Pokemon legendary card.
Yeah, obviously you can tell this card is from the year, like, 2000 because he's terrible by modern standards. Fucking 40 HP guy.
So I just want to have a brief complaint. There was like 5 of us kids in my family when we went to go see it. We all got fucking Moltres.
Oh, you all got the same one? Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, Moltres is cool, but, like... Actually, yeah, I'll immediately follow this up. Normally I would randomize, but actually I won't do that. I'll grab another card because, fun fact, somebody remembered this Magnemite art as being very funny and decided to homage it.
Oh no!
So here is Clink. And I believe this is from the Steam Siege set.
Okay, this one at least looks a little bit better.
I mean, you can tell it's newer.
It's got that steel as well.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's shocked to be turned into clip art.
Oh! I'm two-dimensional.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. This card seems like it's not great, though. When was Steam Siege? XY series, okay. Its attack is called Disorderly Flip. It takes only 1 steel energy. It says flip 4 coins. This attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. Lots of coin flipping.
Gamble.
But yeah, the Magnemite art was clearly so iconic that somebody remembered it like 10 years later.
You know what that gives the same vibes of? If someone fucking retrained that one card in Yu-Gi-Oh! That was it Japanese TCG or the OCG wanted as a card art besides Trap Trick Sarah.
Oh yeah, Morphinin.
Yeah, just bring that back. Oh,
Right,
but
I believe is this the one? Yeah. So
as opposed to the Magnemite one, this one isn't bad.
it's cute, but I like to put them side by side. It's Espeon GX. This is a Sun and Moon era print. Now you may be wondering, like, oh Omega, why'd you pick this one? I would like to draw your attentions to Espeon's paws. This is not a good render. Loth gets it. I didn't realize the GX stood for penis hands.
It's like I'm staring at the bottom part of like what is it? Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony hooves with those.
Yeah, they're not rendered very well, and especially this one that's in the shadow. It looks kind of like a penis. Like
Yeah.
This is probably what people are thinking of when they talk about how they don't like 3D rendered Pokemon card art. Because, yeah, this is like, okay, we rendered a model, cool. It's very awkward. Like, it's very, like, rubbery. Like the My Little Pony comparison is not wrong. And then, like I said, literally the like,
Oh
left
my
paw
God.
one looks like a penis.
Like, I was like, oh man, looks like you've kept snacks from Espeon with this card. But then I noticed the paws, and then it just kind of broke everything for me.
Yeah, no. Also, this is, like I said, from the Sun Moon era, so you can see that fucking, 3DS ass render of Eevee in the corner.
It's just like fucking Kezu. You look at it and you just can't unsee it.
Yeah.
For those who are uninitiated, Kezu is the dick monster in Monster Hunter.
All right.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, also,
Also, hold on. Look at that fucking Divide GX. Excuse me? 10 damage counters?
yeah. Any way you like. I mean, it's a once per dual move, basically, but... Alright, is this the correct one? Yeah, it is.
You're
so,
welcome, Spirit on Lapis. You're welcome.
Gengars are common, but you're going to see a lot of Magnemites in this list. Behold, Magnemite, again.
Oh, he's melting!
This is from the EX Dragon expansion, which was, I believe, the Gen 3 era. And yes, this Magnemite appears to be melting. Or maybe
Oh my
somebody
God.
sat on him.
The other Magnemites are just like, oh, fuck.
I can't believe you've done this. He won't ever fit
Exactly.
together to become Magneton now.
Well, the three back there will be able to do so.
I think I saw this episode of the anime. Yeah, no, this is a weird one. This is just weird. This is a weird boy. Also, once again, this is like the Gen 3 of the card game. This guy sucks. Hook, roll out for 10?
Roll out a Magnemite?
I don't know if Magnemites can learn rollout.
Also, rollout that doesn't have like text that says it just keeps going?
They've massacred my boy. It's true. He's so squooshed.
It's like they did the box tool around him and then grabbed a corner and just like stretched
They
it out.
fucking stretched him in Photoshop. Yeah, it is a little bit like that. Ooh.
Like, shoutouts to the artist for being able to make this type of effect on a card, but jeez.
All right. Speaking of Eternatus earlier, this is another good example. This is Eternatus VMAX.
Oh boy.
Look at him. He's power hand. I like this one. This is a good idea of their full arts. And there's a couple different versions of this. But yeah, he's in his giant hand mode, and he's coming to get you.
He evolves from the... Okay.
Yeah, because that is technically how Eternatus works. The V form, I think, would be his normal collapsed, and then this is the Eternamax when he's in his biggest, scariest boss mode.
The Master Hand has come to play.
Yeah, it does have some Master Hand vibes. Like I said, I like Eternatus. I've heard some people complain about him, but I think he's neat. I just think it's neat. But yeah, this is the VMAX stuff, so he's very large. And, apparently is very dark focused.
I'd want to put him in the same deck as the fucking Magic Hands.
Yeah. He would work very well with the Elemental Hand boys.
Fire Hand, Frost Hand.
All right.
Oh, what was that one episode of... I can't remember if it was one of the MBT videos where he's fighting Dan, and it's just a hand deck.
Yeah. All right. Loth actually mentioned these little guys earlier, but I'm going to bring them up. It's Mantike.
Welcome to one of the only 2 card arts for Mantike.
This is Mantike from Paradox Rift.
Is that meant to be colorless?
On its attack? Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. 120 damage? Heal?
Yeah.
Also, great art, though.
Yeah, no. This is the full card art, the rare print. The normal art is cute, but very normal. But yeah, no, this is a good art of just like you look outside your research window and there's a little guy. Hi. It's great.
See, this is not how you build. This is correctly how a underwater submarine thing should look.
Yeah.
If I swear, if there's like a controller off to the side that's controlling this thing.
There he is. All right.
No, it's a... Mantike isn't usually one of the kinds of Pokemon I like. This card art makes me go look at it and go, yeah, great boy.
Yeah. All right. And now, looking at Carter that is very new. It's Miraidon. This is a full art promo, so this is, one of the legendaries from Scarlet Violet, so pretty new. But look at this new wave shit. This synthwave-ass Pokemon. I love this. Really good use of the full art.
Really trying to sell you on that, I guess, cyberpunk aesthetic, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Mirai is in future, so it is, supposed to be the future one.
Yeah. Luckily, they did a side profile because I remember someone was on Miraidon front on it and looked like a dick.
The shapes of the guys are a little awkward, but yeah, this is specifically the promo print. The normal art is normal, but the promotional one is pretty cool. You can't see it real well, but there's a little radio down there, so you've got your fucking lo-fi Miradon beats to study to.
It looks like he's fucking meditating.
Yeah, it's pretty, like I said, this is pretty sick. The normal art is normal, but this is cool.
Yeah, no, it's weird, but not a bad weird.
Yeah, very unique. I liked it. All right.
Again, as someone who hasn't played Scarlet Violet, I can't comment that much. I don't have a Switch.
No, I know. That's not what I was saying. I was just saying to what I picked up next. So,
oh no.
I may have to blow this up a little. This is, I think, the only non-Pokemon card that actually made my list. This is Relic Hunter, and people seem very fond of her in the history. I suspect it has something to do with this area, or perhaps this area, or maybe this area.
Got a giant ass hand.
Yeah, her gloves are huge, but like I said, people liked this and remembered this, and this is the only supporter type card that like ever made any of these lists. Almost all my lists of bad art and good art are all just Pokemon cards. But yeah, people like this one.
It's a character design that I don't think has ever been used, and I think it's, well, in the games, I should say.
Yeah.
And I guess people just looked at her and went, great, cool. Portrayal made, I can get behind this.
You know, it's an anime lady design, but it's fine.
Yep. I appreciate it's a fucking Pharaoh back there, not like a Ho-Oh.
Yeah. But this is from the E-card era, but like I said, this was a card that people remembered enough to bring up. And I thought, like I said, it was like one of the few actual non-Pokemon cards that people liked to bring up.
I remember, like, what's that one recent one where it's a duo card? It's a trainer and a history and a Arcanine.
That is a card trend I've seen a lot with some alternate arts. Is a lot of sets recently they've done. Sorry, I'm scrubbing through my list for a particular guy. There he is. But have done this a lot where they'll show the actual Pokemon trainer in it. Anyway, our next card is a Pinsir? Question mark?
Sorry, what's the pre-evolved form of Arcanine?
Growlithe.
Thank you, Rowlet. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Anyway, it's Pinsir.
Oh,
What do you mean, Loth? There's nothing wrong with this. His arms are definitely not too noodly. His body is correctly symmetrical. We definitely didn't just hastily scribble or possibly copy-paste and Photoshop those anime eyes. Everything is normal. Did they ever give Pinsir like an alternate form or an evolution, by the way? I don't remember.
Mega Pinsir.
Ah, okay, so he does have a Mega. Okay.
That's
Pinsir seems
your
like a
best
Pokemon
bet.
that's just begging for that bullshit. But yeah, this is from Next Destinies. I don't remember what year it is, but he's just a guy. He's a little weird.
So, sadly, not the greatest image maker, but putting it in the failed portrayal chat for you when it loads.
All right. So
The silence is deafening.
no, I haven't actually looked at that. I was grabbing the card out for the next one. Let me scroll around. Aw. Yeah, that's some.
Yeah, that
recent
I
Scarlet
saw
and
that
Violet
making
stuff.
the
That's
rounds
nice.
on Twitter.
It's a wombo combo. That's good. People also really like this character from the. She's from the Scarlet Violet DLC.
I can understand why. I just like you can see the Growlithe just facing the fucking camera.
All right. So I said that there were several Gengars on this list, and also that Expeditions would be here a couple of times. It's Gengar from Expeditions, the e-reader set. Hi. I'm Gengar. I hide in the shadows.
He looks like he's got a beer belly and a giant chin at the same time.
This is everything I want. I just posted the fucking Forster a bit. Yeah, no, it do be like that. Chaos move. Lob's not alright, chat. Yeah. So this is Gengar Expedition. It certainly is a card of all time. Whew. Oh, I got little tears in my eyes. Yeah, no.
I got
Great.
tears in my eyes. Oh my god. I want want someone to do a cropped edit of this fucking Gengar to the fucking Giga-chan music.
Yeah. Hey, there's an inspiration for a meme, chat.
I know it's meant to be the way the body is, but the fact that there's a curve to the left, it looks like just a giant chin or belly, and I can't
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Well, hey, you thought that Gengar was bad. Guess what? I randomly rolled another one. It's Dark Gengar.
Okay, so
Another personnel, kid. This isn't as much of a psychic attack as the Expedition Gengar was, I'll admit.
no, it wasn't.
But this is also still very weird. Look at this
I'm
smug
still
asshole.
recovering.
Look at this smug asshole.
Very stylized Gengar.
Yeah. And it's specifically a Dark Gengar. I think it's from Neo Destiny. Yeah, it's from Neo Destiny. This is the thing they did where they had literally in the OCG they translated as bad Pokemon. They were called Dark Pokemon in the English TCG. So yeah, it's called Neo Destiny has this little star mark, Darkness and Light. He's just a weird little guy. Nothing personnel, kid. But yeah, no, not as much of a psychic attack as the last one, but very funny to get in there. Funnily enough, I think my randomizer had... Oh, no, we got some more at the top. Okay.
Oh my
Shoot through a
god.
lot of cards. We've got... Let me see. Let me expand this.
That fucking psychic attack brought up all my sneezes at once.
Yeah, we got about 15-ish left. We'll probably pick up the pace a little to get through the ones I got selected.
Oh, 15 left? Jesus. I'll try not to bog us down in the weeds.
But this, our next one is a good art. It is Snorlax VMAX. Technically, this is just what Gigantamax Snorlax looks like, but I like it. It's cool. This is technically the regular art, by the way. The alt art is like a rainbow print. So yeah, he just looks like this. It's good.
He looks like he's floating through space, which gives off vibes of that one Futurama episode.
He may also be doing his G-Max fall and falling on the enemy. But no, I love this. The Snorlax is so big, there's a fucking, like, little park on his belly. It's great.
Let me do some quick Googling. There it is. Don't mind me. No, it's good. I like this.
Yeah. This is in my good collection, as is our next pick. But yeah, I don't have much else to say about that. He's Vumaxing. But yes, this is also a little bit like the Futurama episode where Bender gets the tiny civilization. Bender is God. This is the full art of Hoot Hoot from Astral Radiance.
You know what? Cute.
Yeah. The normal art's again very normal, but this full art is solid. And this is from the Sword and Shield era, so yeah, he's got a sage type trainer sitting with him, just looking cool. He's standing sentry. Always been a big fan of Hoot Hoot.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan, but I can understand the appeal of it.
Yeah. I mean, Noctowl was in the anime, so like
Noctowl is
guy.
a very good pun.
I don't think Hoot Hoot or Noctowl are very like good Pokemon. Like I don't think they have very strong stats or moves, but I like them. Owls are cool.
That's okay, Omega. Knowing me and my likes, you could probably tell a lot of Pokemon I like and don't like aren't very meta compliant.
Yeah. I have never seen a Pokemon competitive tier list in my life, so I don't fucking know.
insane. Then I gotta look over at Hydreigon and go, yeah, my boy.
All those guys are fun. Where is the...
Dino is great. It's just blind, so it just runs into things.
Did I write this name differently? There it is. Okay, I like could not find this fucking name in my list. Hey, Expedition is the set that keeps on giving. It's Expedition.
Oh no.
Expedition Charizard.
I would also accept Exposition Charizard.
It's the Expositional Charizard.
What the fuck am I looking at?
It's very washed out, and I don't know why. The original, the classic Charizard, you know, honestly, like, the one that everybody goes fucking nuts for as collectors, it's honestly not that crazy. Charizard is basically the Pokemon TCG equivalent of Blue Eyes White Dragon. But I think the original has its charm. This is, I won't say charmless, but it's definitely, I want to talk to the artist about the pose work. Namely, what were you thinking? Also...
It's like...
Go ahead.
It's like he's sniffing the ground.
Yeah. Also, I appreciate you did this fucking, like, brightness shading on the fire on its tail. Don't do that. Don't apply realism to Pokemon. That's not how Charizard looks. Charizard is not, like, forelit by its tail flame. It's just orange, okay? So it got some very odd ones. And specifically, I pulled this card art because when I saw people talking about this online, I saw people talking about how, because this is a somewhat vintage Charizard card, it's very expensive to buy this, even though it looks kind of dumb.
Could be worse.
It's true. Could always be worse.
Oh god, I'm sorry, I just remembered. One of these days, Omega, for next year, we'll have to do the uncards for Magic the Gathering. The joke cards.
I think we looked at some of them when we did our Magic special, but yeah, we could grab some more. All right.
One of them, because I just reminded of, since you mentioned how expensive it is.
Yeah.
What was it? Black Lotus. Put this card into play, tap it, rip up Black Lotus.
All right, this is Giratina V. It's a little busy, but this is a pretty cool, because he's just chilling in the Shadow Realm.
The Distortion World.
Yeah. He's in the Upside Down right now.
Psychic Attack!
Yeah. Let's see. This was in Lost Origin expansion, so that was a Swasha era.
Oh god, now...
honestly, all these cards, there's like 4 versions of this card. They all look pretty good.
I can only imagine now, just Giratina with that fucking... I'm not sure if you saw it, Omega, that Shadow fan dub thing. Just sounded like Black Doom from that. You know, it's me, the devil from the Bible.
Yeah, okay, that voice, yes. Hey, it's me.
I can't do a New Yorker.
Hey, it's me, Giratina, from the Distortion World.
Yeah.
Pokemon
yeah.
child, I'm gonna need you to kill Arceus or something. But yeah, no. This art is sick. Like this is like the special art version, but all these Giratinas have some good art.
When you hear Distortion World, this does a good representation of like how fucked that would be.
Even if admittedly, like I can't think of Giratina without the end of There's Something About Pokemon Legends Arceus. Where just the final boss, just like after all his Pokemon are down, he just stands back up with that classic terminal montage, like spine snapping sound. He's just like, Giratina, strike her down! And then just, all my Pokemon are fainted. Which I believe is how that works in the actual game. You go from the equivalent of like the Pokemon League champion straight into the Giratina battle.
Yeah, no, he has a full team and then technically 2 extras because Giratina has 2 forms.
Yeah, fucking multi-stage boss fight shit. We have fun, Pokemon. But yeah, no, I think Giratina V here rips. Oh, and
Giratina's so great that even though he's in the past, his music still has fucking metal guitars.
Yeah.
Love
it. We're gonna immediately see the opposite because, you know, Pokemon God also has a V form, a special art. Arceus V. looking very heavenly.
Yeah, that's God, all right.
There's also another print of this that I like as well. Another like special art. Let me throw that one as well. But yeah, both these look pretty good.
I love that Arceus is just fucking normal type. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Very artistic print. These are both really, really neat.
Sadly, Lucky is not here, but similar to the previous comment, just the Legends Arceus, just no. But I'll be your
No
best friend.
We'll have to just drop that quote on him when we get into Helldivers just for no reason. But yeah, no, both of these are pretty cool looking. All right, did
I can't disagree. These
honestly,
are both
I have
great.
I have a lot of these guys in this like V category in the list. They all look pretty good. Ooh, going back to Umbreon. Like I said,
Oh,
I had a few Umbreons in my list that people liked. Because Umbreon's really cool. He's a cool guy.
People really like evolutions.
I would probably use the voice that everyone uses for Shadow the Hedgehog for Umbreon. Anyway, it's VMAX Umbreon.
Okay, I tapped it away. Let me have a look at this. Oh, he's gonna hit the moon.
Yeah. And there's also another like
Ichigeki.
yeah, this obviously you can tell this one is a promo, but there's also another one with a similar print that shows also with Trainer.
That's a. Oh, okay. Supposed to be Gigantamax?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, why is it so big?
Yeah, it's the VMAX, the Gigantamax mode. That's why he's fucking huge. I love both of these. These are really good. The Moon one is very cute though, because it's the Moonlight Pokemon. But yeah, it's a big guy.
Considering how big he is, yeah, he'd slap it out of the sky. Great art for both.
Yeah.
The first one is very stylized, and the one on the right is very stylized but good. Umbreon, very cute dog.
Very good.
Like, honestly, I can't give too much comment because that's all I can say. It's adorable.
Well, let's see how you feel about this one.
Please. I mean, yeah, I give him a hug. I'd probably bounce him like a basketball. He'd smash on the first bounce, though. Is this on here because it's a 3D render?
Yeah, people were generally not super fond of this one. I mean, Glalie in general looks a little silly, but I do kind of agree that like this 3D render with it kind of popping out of frame is definitely like, okay, all right, guys, calm down. He's not that cool.
It's the least inoffensive 3D render though.
Yeah, it's pretty normal, but yeah, it's people did not like this one. And I thought with the kind of pop out effect, it was striking enough to actually show it off. There is a full art as well.
Oh god, is that also a 3D render?
I don't think so. It's hard to tell because the print is foilified, but that has very different energy.
Pathetic.
So yeah, I didn't use the full art in my normal list because I'm like, nah, that's funny.
It's Glalie before they added Frostlass is an example of a type of Pokemon who I would not want to evolve my Pokemon. I love Snorunt.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have it turn into this thing. It's not the worst, but it could be better.
So, where is that one? Sorry.
I just realized, Omega, since it's just you and I,
yeah,
and since the other guys who would talk over me aren't here, I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, you've been getting your vibes out. Nobody's cutting you off. Because I
know.
have to pause my brain think to fucking, do the technical bits. Like pull up this guy. Oh, this is a very big scan, but it's
That's right,
Enamorous
Pokemon
V.
Blast. I would normally give this guy negative marks, but because it's got the hot lady there, I'll give him a 5 out of 10.
Enamorous is a little bit of a weird looking Pokemon. Like that's not. I don't know where the fuck that came from for them to be like, okay, so you've got Landorus, Tornadus. There's a third one.
Thunderous,
yeah. And then they're like, the love one. I don't know. I don't get it. Not off the top of my head, anyway. Is it like is it supposed to be like? Because like I understand like Land, Thunder, Wind. That's like it was a Raijin and Fujin thing, and then they did like a land guy. But are we getting into like Arimitama versus
Captain
Niimitama type shit? I'll forget that because of SMT. I don't know. In that case, where the fuck is the fifth one?
Kinda.
I don't know. But it's this art in particular, this alt art from Lost Origin has Kagita in it, which is cool. She's hot lady. Also, this does show off that thing I talked about where we have, they turn them into the 4 Guardian Beasts. I did see that Enamorous had an alternate turtle mode, but that's weird. He's not a black tortoise. He's fucking pink. Or they're pink because they're a legendary Pokemon and they have no concept of gender.
So this one's meant to be fucking Genbu?
Apparently. Like I said, I don't know what's going on, but this shows off a thing I do like, especially I also like this, the way this is kind of like styled and patterned, but they do this sometimes with some special art, where they like include the trainer as well. Very iconic.
Because Omega has done this, Sorobon weeps. It's a Final Fantasy 14 joke.
All right. But we'll keep speeding along.
All I know about those 4 Jin things is that one of them was like super meta in the Pokemon competitive scene.
Was it Landorus? I don't remember.
It might have been. I think it was the orange one. To the point where like he's like banned.
There it is. Okay. Sorry, as my list gets lower and lower, it's getting harder and harder for me to pick out individual card names. Anyway, it's the Pokemon Rumble Zapdos.
You know, fuck it, great card. Fuck it. I've come at you with my chicken nugget.
Yeah, so the Rumble expansion was designed to co-op with the WiiWare Pokemon game, Pokemon Rumble. I assume that we have literally taken this model of Zapdos from Pokemon Rumble. So, yeah, I mean, it's cute, but also, like, why? Why have you done this? Especially with why is Golbat back there? What is he doing? Why is he here? He posted cringe.
I want to put the Zapdos next to fucking Alpha.
Yeah, no, like... this is my fucking Final Fantasy 14 minion version of Zapdos.
This is Zapdos at home.
And I do actually have one more Rumble expansion card that people remembered.
It's just like it's one of those things where it's so dumb that it's looped back around for me. I love it.
Yeah, no. Well, get a load of Gyarados Rumble.
Oh, please. That's a fucking Soggy with the back.
Yeah. Which I think this Gyarados is about to eat. I don't know what he's doing. He's vibbing.
The fucking noble ass Magikarp. Stage 1.
Yeah, no, it's very funny. Alright, I'll scratch both those off.
I need to breathe. It's so
Okay,
bad.
I'll give you some breath. I'll give you some breath. We've got a good one in there. A lot of these V-type Pokemon are pretty cool. Behold, Lugia V.
Oh my god. Okay, let's get there. Jesus Christ, you've pissed him off.
Yeah, Lugia's supposed to be a big guy. I've always said that, like, Heart Gold is the game, like, Golden and Heart Gold is the game I played, and I like some of the more diversion-specific Pokemon in that. Lugia was always cooler than Ho-Oh. Look at this guy.
Actually, hold on. Sorry, with how he's screaming at that sailor or something, it feels like he's screaming the first name of the attack he's doing. Read the wind, asshole!
Yeah. Also, I like this aerial dive. You can discard a stadium and play. Lugia's got to fucking blow up the battlefield.
Considering what's happening, yeah.
No,
There's
this is
also
rad.
green lightning back there. You know, shit's fucked if you're getting green lightning.
This is from the set Silver Tempest. This is a special full print art. Here, not that some of these others are any less badass. This is the regular print. Let me make sure that cropped on screen correctly as I watch my preview.
Oh,
it's okay.
that looks like Gamma Seal.
Yeah, no. No, that poor guy is. I mean, you can see that he's like holding a rope and he's lashed down, but like this guy is in trouble.
I love this.
Nah, this is cool. I love that's the thing that I feel like the lore of like the Gold and Silver Gen didn't sell that hard, but like Lugia's supposed to be kind of a badass. You don't want to fuck with him. It's chilling on those islands. Don't mess around.
Like, this may sound like a weird thing to point out, but the fact that they put attention to detail and the fact that Lugia's got like the hip to like thigh bone stuff, so like it's with flipper legs.
Yeah.
Good attention to detail, keeping that in check because that is a big meaty bird.
Yeah. I like it because it like you said, you mentioned Gamma Seal, right? Like it makes Lugia feel more like a kaiju, which it kind of is.
Yeah, because if I remember some of the anime and also the movie, Lugia is also just very water capable as well.
Yeah. It is, I believe, is it Flying Psychic in the core game? I think so. It's got one of those weird typings that you wouldn't think of naturally, but it's pretty normal. But like it's definitely more on the flying focus, but has a lot of these water vibes, which makes it a natural component because Ho is actually fire flying.
Wait, I just realized with the way it's looking and the lightning, it's just kill yourself now. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I think one Pokemon anime episode had a moment where it's like, Lugia has a child. We have to make sure this tiny Lugia isn't kidnapped.
Yeah, that did happen. I mean, yeah,
Like,
it's one of those things where like I think they could do an alternate form of Lugia that was like water. One Psychic was way more competitive in terms of typing, but I think they wanted to make it so that like Lugia wouldn't literally beat up Ho-Oh in a fight, kind of a thing.
You know, like Kyogre and Groudon.
Yeah, it is an idea that they dropped, but yeah, I also assume that they were trying not to make like every cool Pokemon dragon back then because Lugia probably being dragon flying would probably be a good idea. There was a Shadow Lugia, yeah. You could do dark flying.
If you didn't say any, if I didn't notice the white parts of Lugia on the right, I would be like, is that Shadow Lugia? No.
And I will
Both
say
of
that
those
like
are
I mean,
fucking fantastic.
yeah, no, great card arts. Here we got another one I put in my good category as well. It's I didn't copy correctly. It's Lugia again. That was my mess up of this stream. There we go. It's Obstagoon.
Oh, it's
Galarian
taking
Obstagoon specifically, and this is the special print in Astral Radiance.
Right, this fucker.
Yeah,
I'm
Pierce.
gonna be really honest here. I wasn't a fan of the Galarian Zigzagoon Lanoon stuff, but
Yeah, that's okay. I like him all right, but I think Obstagoon is like making him like all the way big is kind of fun. And he works very well with Piers the gym leader's theme.
yeah.
And
having
like and
Piers
Team
over
Yell
there-
being literal fucking football hooligans.
having Piers over there with the mic, just like, preach, brother.
Yeah, which is his gym gimmick. He's the only gym leader who's not in a giant fucking stadium. You gotta like go into the fucking underground of his town, and like he challenges you on the stage with a mic. Nah, it's rad. And then he retires to do something else, I guess, and his little sister Marnie becomes the Dark Gym leader. That's something I also liked about Sword Shield, is that like gym leaders, like, because the whole Pokemon League in that game was very clearly an homage to like professional sports with like huge stadiums and stuff, and the way like the British football leagues work, that like gym leaders clearly like moved around, right? Like they talked about being at different like positions in the league in different years. Like some of them would be doing like stronger or weaker Pokemon, and it was actual plot point that a couple of gym leaders fucking retired. The fairy gym leader, the original fairy gym leader in Sword Shield, is that little old lady who looks like she's gonna break all her bones, and she fucking retires mid-game for one of your rivals, Bebe.
Yeah. She fucking does like a JoJo thing to him because she's like, pink! And like just instant transmissions all around him.
Yes. You would look good in pink. Nah, there's some fun stuff, but I like this card art for this. Like I said, this is another example of something they do sometimes with these alt arts, where they get a signature trainer in for the vibes, and I'm like, yeah, this is good vibes.
Yeah, no, it matches.
I do also want to say, because we're talking, I got off it, but while I'm pulling up the next card, yeah, apparently we don't have to go like anywhere in order with like these Pokemon Legends games. I know a lot of people were predicting a Gold Silver type Legends, a Johto Legends. I would still really like that because I am a Johto Andy, but I think this finally making Pokemon Z will probably be really good for that gen, because like a lot of people I think feel like X and Y is kind of like an underappreciated part of the series. Because they never got their third version, so this would be a good one. Anyway, it's Mousehold.
If anything happens to Mousehold, I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself. I love Chandamouse and Mousehold. These fucking just tiny mice.
Yeah, no. I don't remember what set this was exactly, but this is a good one.
I love just the variations in Mousehold. Family of 3, family of 4.
Yeah. Just some extra little guys from Tandemouse. Nah, it's good. Great art. Love it.
It's adorable.
Oh,
Gentle Slap.
yeah.
No, relentlessly. Oh, great. Those are great names.
Which also, by the way, Gnaw relentlessly puts 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon for each Mousehold you have. So you play the Oops All Mousehold deck. All right, this is a classic. I think I even saw this card back in the day, so this is an older one. But it's Oddish, Weed God.
Oh. Jesus fuck!
All right, the visceral psychic damage occurred.
I'm happy and feeling like I got sunshine. I can picture, like, I'm looking at this card, all I can picture is him running to Feel Good Inc.
Yeah, it's a little upended. This Oddish is from Neo Genesis.
Oh, no, not Feel Good Inc. Whatever the other song was.
Yeah. So like part of the Gold Silver era, but very wibbly, wobbly, Oddish.
It looks like you got high and looked at an Oddish. Those are big feet. Like, I don't think Oddish has those types of feet. I don't know.
It does have little feeties, but it's definitely not that style. Okay, so I'm gonna show a card art that is bad, but there's a reason why. It's a stylistic choice, but I'll explain it later. So this is a special promotional Slowking.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm
it
gonna
is
take a
known
wild
as
guess.
the Hamachan Slowking. Go ahead.
Contest winner drew this.
No, close though. So this card was is literally called Hamachan Slowking. It is named after Japanese comedian Masatoshi Hamada. He did the Japanese voice for Slowking in what was Pokemon 2000. It wasn't called that in Japan, obviously. So in Japan, this was the special promo you could get at the movie. It's got like his little signature at the bottom, and he drew this rendition of the character he voiced. So
You know
yeah,
what?
like it's bad art, but it's very funny because it's part of the vibes.
Yeah, no, it's great. Actually, it loops back around again for me because it's like, here's the gimmick. This is why it's bad.
It also has like you can't read them, but it has pun like joke attacks. Its psychic attack is called "I'm in trouble." It says you can't use this attack unless you mumble "I'm in trouble" 3 times. Both the defending Pokemon and Hamachan Slowking are now confused. Its other attack is Corkscrew Punch. You can't use this attack unless you mumble "Should I?" 3 times. So like yeah, it's a
Jesus.
gag card, but it's funny because the art is like yeah. But he drew it himself.
Shoutouts to him.
It's funny. We've only got we've got less than 5 left, and we only have 1 bad card left. So I guess we're gonna pick some good ones for a while.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, we're almost free, chat. We've been going for over 2 hours, so I do not think I will be taking your suggestions. So if you've got some, you can rattle them off really quick, I guess. But this is one I really like. There's a couple different variations of this art. This is the one that I thought was the coolest. It's the Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos tag team GX. All 3 of them together. Which is a pretty neat concept. Also, it's like got like a stained glass look. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean,
Zen, you're showing up near the end again. Sorry.
No, it's fine. The scheduling stuff, but yeah, we started early because I mentioned way earlier at the stream. Everybody was like, start it and I'll join when I join. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll start it. So we're about 2 hours in now. We've only got a few cards left from my selection, so this will be another one you'll have to catch the VOD of. But yeah, we fired it up. So, but yeah, this is a good art. I think this one I like because it's very very specific.
It's a great art. The only problem, and this is a minor problem, is that Articuno looks like he's about to be like, actually.
But yeah, that was the Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX.
No, great idea for a tag team because,
Yeah.
makes sense. Thinking back to Infinite Fusions, the Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres fusion. That was a terrifying boss fight.
This is Celebi V, the Fusion Strike variant specifically.
Oh.
This is another one that I like because it's just like really good.
Yeah. Little time guy flying through a dead forest and things are coming back to life. It's great.
Yeah, so this was in the let's see, this expansion was, I'm gonna assume, yeah, it was in Chilling Rain, which I think I saw ads for. It was a Sword and Shield one. This is a specific print from Fusion Strike, which is a subsequent expansion, so they like reprinted it with an alt art.
Yeah, even though it's got that giant ass watermark there to the bottom right, I like this. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like this a lot. You can see a lot of the detailing of the foil, but also it's got the full art. Still be doing
You
time
got the
bullshit.
God Rays and the giant tree back there.
All right. So, Loth, once again, I'll let you pick. Somehow the random picker has left us with 1 bad and 1 good card art that I of my list left. Which one would you like to see first?
The opposite of the beginning. Let's start with bad, end it on a good one.
All right. So, specifically, this art is it's slightly cheating, but it is very stupid. So, remember how you brought up? I won't spoil it too much, but here, oh no, once again we didn't. I right-clicked save as and not copy. I feel like this should be further apart. All right, it's Gyarados.
Pokemon Snap Gyarados?
Yes. So, technically, people who can't read Japanese probably can't make it out. But if you are an old school head, you might know this is actually a version of the base Gyarados, the base set Gyarados. But this is from a Pokemon Snap contest. So people submitted Pokemon Snapshots to be turned into promo cards. So yes, this is Pokemon Snap Gyarados. Pokemon Snap has not aged well. Is how I'll put this.
His tongue looks like an ice block that he's about to eat.
Yes, Barth said that in chat too. Tongue is a block. Yeah, I know. This one just like the 3D models just didn't age well.
Here, Gyarados, catch this square frisbee.
It's very odd.
It's weird because as soon as I saw the waterfall, I'm like, I know where this is.
Yeah, you recognized it, right? But yeah, it's an odd one.
I only played original Pokemon Snap a few times as a kid, but I still have fond memories of it. What's that? There's a giant Moltres egg in the way. I'm just gonna stand here and keep throwing apples at the Charmanders. Welcome back. You get to join us for the end, Axe.
Nice.
Yep, we're pulling up our last selection now. Oh, that's very big. Hold on, I gotta shrink this guy.
Oh,
but it's Omanite.
God. Oh no, he's crying!
He's got a little tear because he sees that his friends are there, but otherwise, very good card art. Very well drawn. I love this.
Oh no, he's lonely.
But it's a literal Omanite.
Interesting.
Praise
Yeah,
the Helix
Crystal, you
fossil.
beat me to it. Praise Helix. No pretender gods allowed. Oh, no.
But yes, also you can see that this is a it got an interesting set of abilities. Like first of all, the way they actually do fossil Pokemon originally in the card game, I don't know if they still do this, but you literally played like a continuous non-Pokemon card as the mysterious fossil and then turned that into your fossil Pokemon. And this one's got an interesting ability that like affects their moves.
Yeah, it's a neat gimmick.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if they still do it. I don't know if it would make sense for like the Sword and Shield fossils, which are literally like get bashed from random shit.
I remember Omastar giving me nightmares as a kid, but Omanite just, even though it's meant to be like a sea snail slug thing, all I can see is just this multi-legged blue guy with giant eyes with a large hat.
Yeah. So, that's all the cards I specifically pulled out. But there are a couple honorable mentions of some weird ones. Yeah, go
Please tell me that there's a secondary card to go with this where because it looks like he's staring at Corsola.
I don't actually know if there's a Corsola. I believe this was from Gen 3, so Corsola would have existed. There might be a matching Corsola art. But in general, there were a couple of things that kept coming up. Number one was, so in Japan, they released some Pokemon cards just in vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, these card arts are not thought of very well. So I'll pull up an example right now. This is a Machop from the vending machine. They're kind of like that one Magnemite we saw. A lot of them are like very weirdly squished. Want me to grab a Spheal? I can grab a Spheal. I can try and find a Spheal card. But yeah, I won't pull through all of them because there's like 3 different sets they did of this. A lot of them are kind of scuffed like this. I don't know if it's because they were like, fuck, these are going in vending machines, we don't care, or what, but they have a very weird vibe. The other one that is interesting to me is that an artist came up a lot, and I showed you a couple of their cards. There's a group of artists called Five Bond Graphics. They work in-house at Pokemon Company, so they're in a lot of stuff. Some of their art is pretty good. Some of it is not. I think because it's a group, that means that you're kind of taking hit or misses. A lot of people like really ragged on them, and I was just kind of like, they're all right. But it's a thing I saw a lot. But let me do. I'll grab Sfeel TCG. Oh, hey, there's a Sfeel in Chilling Rain.
Wait a second, only one of those that technically exists, so the fact that they designed the other two is pretty neat.
But
Huh.
For Mr. Zeef, we'll end on a Sfeel. This is, I believe, the most recent printing of Sfeel. This is from Chilling Reigns, which is that Sword and Shield set that Celebi came from. And look at him.
That's a happy Sfeel.
Just a happy little guy.
Just because I mentioned at the beginning, Omega, just one more card. Do you think you can pull up the Clay Arts Magnemite?
Yeah, let me Google it.
Because apparently the artist who made that still owns that Magnemite.
Yeah.
It's like enshrined somewhere or something.
Alright, yes, let me... assuming this is the correct one, but...
I want
like
that
it.
plush. I want a Sfeel plush.
It's great. Yeah, Magnemite. It's this one's a little small, but yeah, it's the clay version.
Yep.
Like I said, a lot of people said these were their least favorite card arts. It's claymation. It's cute.
Looks fine.
There's this one lady who works at the Pokemon TCG who just makes claymation art for Pokemon cards.
No, I did not show the Ancient Mew. We should do that. We should hold on. Let's.
Is it just like a stone tablet?
Oh, you don't remember the Ancient Mew?
My memory is fucked.
This was actually from The Power of One, aka Pokemon 2000. Was it handed out as a promo? But yeah, this is their version of the Utopia in Astral language.
Oh yeah, this fucker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hieroglyphics Mew.
You can kind of tell the design, like it says Mew up here. It's psychic type. I can't tell exactly what number is supposed to be. Its attack stat or its health stat. But it has an attack here that I think is 2 psychic energies that does 40 damage that I can't read what name it is. It's got like a resistance to psychic, I think, or maybe it takes more damage from psychic. I don't fucking know. Pokemon's weird. But like, it's a cool attempt. He's janky as hell. Also, Mew looks so angry.
That's why they modeled Mewtwo the way they did. Ancient text depicted Mew as angry instead of just a little guy.
But yeah, at a little under 2.5 hours, that takes us to our bottom. That was our Pokemon Fail Portrayal. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tip in. We'll have to throw in some more odd arts.
Thank you for putting up with my laughing and sniffling.
Hey, we had fun. That means we literally had fun. Like I said, my other suggestion was to look at video game box art. So we may break that one out for future.
I mean, you mean all the Mega Man box series? Okay.
No, just box art.
Yeah, just
no theme.
Okay,
box art. There's bad box art.
There's a lot of old box art is just scenic pictures.
You baby.
I'm thinking about one. I think like Star Tropics. You know?
The Mega Man arts would probably be a good one to look at because those are very famous, much like American Kirby box covers for like being way more like serious and realistic style than the game actually is.
I'll show you guys some old ass JRPGs I remember and just be like, what do you think this game is about?
But we'd have some fun to pull up, but we don't need to get into that right now. We got stuff to do. We've been here for like 2.5 hours. We're vibus.
Yeah, I need to take a quick bio break before Helldivers.
That's fair. But yeah, so that was our Pokemon Fail Portrayal. We hope you appreciated the spirit of us being here and giving you a funny switch up. Like I said, technically the Ken Lucky Guess Yu-Gi-Oh cards is in the Fail Portrayal playlist, so you can check that out. That was yesterday. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Final Fantasy 14. And as always, it's a new month. New times. Consider supporting us on Patreon. Throwing us a channel membership or re-upping your channel membership to get access to those membership badges and emotes. It is time for me to while obviously where we're getting flush with our new round of Patreon cash, it's that lovely time to start of the month and be like, okay, time to start buying groceries for the first half of the month or so, maybe a little longer. Start to stock up. Bust out the old wallet. So we appreciate your support. Your support very often goes directly into my belly. A decent amount of it. The parts that aren't just sitting in my bank account waiting for the right moment. But we'll be back for more, and we should be back next week to a regular Fail Portrayal. I know it's been a little bit, but we'll be in there for Runic is our next selection. And also, it's not up right now because it's literally the second day of the month, and I try to be careful about posting things on April 1st when they're not deliberate goofs. But we will be running up a new poll for Fail Portrayal as well. So look forward to that, and that you can get access to by supporting us on Patreon at the $5 level or higher. But thanks everybody for tuning in for this little jaunt. We'll keep on tucking in these special stuff when we can, and we'll slide on over to Runic next time. Thanks so much, everybody. Good night.